Maybe I just found the answers. Maybe I just found the answers in you. Come give me all your love. I want you to know we can make it together. Let the wind blow. All we need is each other. Come take my hand. You're all that I have now. I won't let you go. 'Cause I found all the answers in you. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. It is finally time to fix my hair. It has been a while since I last did my hair, and my roots have grown in quite a lot. I've been getting so many comments all the time on TikTok about how I need to do my hair, and I'm like, I know, I'm going to eventually. But I wanted to wait until it was closer to vacation so that I could have like freshly done hair while we're on vacation, instead of either it being already grown out again or having to do it twice, because I didn't feel like that doing it twice. So finally doing it. Our vacation is just over a week away, and yeah, I'm gonna be doing my hair today, and I'm also gonna be answering some questions while I do it. I am talking very quietly because Ashlyn is actually asleep on the couch, and she never stays asleep by herself. So I'm hoping that she stays asleep for at least a bit, and I'm trying my best not to wake her up. So I'm trying to talk quietly because I'm sure if she hears my voice and hears that I'm not next to her, she will wake up and freak out. But I've got all my supplies with me, including this box from Sally Beauty that I got like over a month ago, and it's just been sitting in the closet waiting for this day. My hair is an absolute mess right now. You can't already tell. So, with my hair as it is, obviously I have a lot of root growth up here. And then also my mid shaft is still pretty brassy. So I'm not going to be bleaching my ends because my ends are already pretty light and I don't want to cause any damage to them. So I'm just going to focus on trying to bleach out this mid shaft and get the rest of the brassiness out, as well as bleaching my roots. Look how cute she looks sleeping out there. Oh, I made a TikTok video asking for questions, and I also put up a question poll box thingy on Instagram. So hopefully we got some good questions to answer today. Oh, actually I also need to change into a hair dye shirt. I assume that the best way to do this is I'm gonna put the bleach on and then answer questions while it processes, right? that I look like Draco Malfoy. I'm gonna let it sit. I hope I got it all, and I didn't miss spots. I think I did. I'm on TikTok first. Do you have any advice towards people battling similar things you have, like anxiety? Not really, because I still haven't gotten mine under control, and I still have a lot of bad habits that I need to fix. The best thing that I think I could say is not to put off therapy and medication and things like that. Doesn't make you any less of a person if you need it. Don't be ashamed if you need it, and try it out. I, for a long time, said that I would never be on medicine for it, and that I was too scared to do therapy, but I gave in and tried it out, and it's been helping me a lot. What's one thing you hope to achieve in the next 10 years? I hope to be in a, probably like our dream house, ideally. A different house, ideally our dream house. Hope to have better mental health, better habits. And it would be amazing to hit like 1 million on YouTube by then, but I don't know how possible that is, so maybe like 500,000. I don't know. What degree are you aiming for? I'm a kindergarten teacher, and I can see you teaching young kids. Currently I'm working towards just like working in like a daycare center. I'm not opposed to going further with my education to say like teach preschool or like young elementary school kids, maybe. I'm not totally sure. Depends on where life takes me by then. Have y'all planned a wedding date yet? No, we have not. Neither of us are really worried about it. That's not something that we care to spend money on, and we aren't in a rush to get married. Probably looking at a long engagement, honestly, which, like I said, we don't really care. We have so many other things that we would rather do first, I guess. Why don't you spend time with Christopher's dad? Because I don't like him. They don't like me. They're not good people. I could go on and on and on, but I'm gonna leave it at that. They are not good people, not someone I want to be around, not someone I want my children around. How has your guys' relationship been since the fight a while back? Have you grown and learned things together? It's hard to say. Things have improved, yes. They're still not perfect. There's still a lot that needs to change. And it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle because of the whole schedule differences and how much he's working and things like that. We've both been under a lot of stress that has made it hard to really truly like work on a relationship, but things have been better, yes. How was it for you going one child to two? What were the most difficult parts and the best? It was definitely a challenge. Honestly, it's like things seem so hard in the moment, but then like weeks, months, years down the line, you look back and it just kind of all feels like a blur. Like, I'm sure I struggled so much when London was a newborn and like becoming a mom for the first time, but looking back on it, like it all seems like a blur to me. And like, I know that I struggle with having 2 kids, but you kind of forget the struggles as time goes on. Because I mean, I haven't ever been like, 2 kids is hard enough, I don't want more. Like, I still want more kids, so it's hard to explain. Definitely, the hardest part is definitely like the constant worry of if you're giving them each enough attention on their own, and like if you're just dividing your attention up fairly. And the best part is just watching them form a bond together. If I'm being honest, it was very slow between London and Ashlyn for them to have a bond. London was not a fan of her in the beginning, and for a while pretty much wanted nothing to do with her. Would, you know, give her a hug and a kiss sometimes if you asked her to. Give Ashlyn a hug and a kiss. You know, she would help me out getting diapers, getting clothes, stuff like that. But she didn't really seem to care that much, but she's starting to get to the point now where she talks to Ashlyn a lot, talks about Ashlyn a lot, will give her hugs and kisses a lot more, and like more on her own. So she's warmed up to Ashlyn a bit now that they are both at like this real mobile playing age. Like they both get into things, they both move around and walk and talk. Well, not really talk, Ashlyn doesn't really talk, but they just have more in common at this age, and like from here on out they will have more in common to be able to play together. I hope Lena's not too distracting, but she's playing with my hair clips. I cannot believe Ashlyn actually has stayed asleep this whole time. What happened to you moving out of Chris's house? Decided not to, I guess. I almost did. And then he begged me to stay and promised things would get better, so I stuck around to see if things would get better, which they've gotten a little bit better, but things don't happen overnight and it takes a lot of time. We both have things to work on. Will London be going to preschool or straight to kindergarten? I don't know. At this age, at this point in time, I still don't see myself being able to send her off to a daycare or a preschool. So my plan for now is to kind of like do homeschool for preschool, because preschool, it's not required, it's not the law, and it's basically just stuff that she kind of already knows, like your ABCs and counting and colors and shapes. She already knows like 80% of the things that she would need to know to go into pre-K and kindergarten. So right now I don't want to send her off to school. I will probably reevaluate whenever it's like time for pre-K, but as far as preschool, we'll probably just work on it at home, because a lot of preschool is just playing, like learning through play. Do you miss living in South Carolina? No, not really. I mean, I don't like living in Ohio that much, but I also didn't really like living in South Carolina. All of our family is in South Carolina, but I was never that close with them, and I had a lot of issues with family, so that's not really a big reason for me to want to move to South Carolina. But like there was so much drama there, so many people that didn't like me, that makes me hate living there. But I do kind of wish that I had the community that I could have in South Carolina. But the problem is I don't get along with the people that well, so it still doesn't really help the fact that I'm lonely and stuff like that. So, but I don't know. Life sucks here. I don't want to phrase it like that, but Ohio's lonely, and I don't have friends, I don't have family, and it's hard here, but it was hard in South Carolina too, and that's why I was in such a rush to get out of South Carolina and ended up in Ohio. How long have you and Christopher been together? We just had our 5-year anniversary last month. I hear Ashlyn, I think. But she doesn't sound mad, so that's good. Do you watch corn? I'm gonna assume that they mean a thing that rhymes with corn. If so, yes, not so much anymore. I hope that I'm deciphering that question right. What's your dream place to live? I don't know. See, I have problems with every place. Like, there's places that I wish I could live, but also don't. Like, I would like to live in Florida per se, but then it's too hot and there's too many wild animals for me. Or I would like to live, like, in California. Sounds cool, but it's so expensive and they have problems with droughts. You know, like, there's pros and cons to every place, so I don't really know. Like, if I really had to think about it, maybe like North Carolina, Georgia, Texas, something like that. Do you plan on another baby, or are you finished with the 2 girls? I definitely don't feel done. I always say that I want at least 1 more. If I were like, I feel that 4 would be my like perfect number, because it's even, you know. But Christopher's like barely okay with 3, so I don't think I could push 4. But you never know. I just feel like I want at least 1 more though. What do you consider cheating in your relationship? Any entertaining of another person, pretty much. Of course, anything physical is obviously cheating, but also like flirting and texting in, like, you know, in an inappropriate way. You know, there's a line between being friends with someone of the opposite sex and taking things too far. Where do you think you'd be if you didn't have kids? Not alive, simply put. Me and Chris plan on having another baby in the near future. I wouldn't say like near future. We have not really talked about it. We don't have any set plans. Ashlyn just turned 1. I got pregnant with her when London was about 14 months old. But I feel like I want to wait probably at least another 6 months to a year before we start trying. I don't know. Things change. Do you enjoy being a stay-at-home mom? Yes and no. Like, I know this is where I am like happiest, and I like being with my kids. I like how I can bond with them so much, and I'm always there for them, and I don't have to worry about them being hurt or not taken care of or anything like that somewhere else. And it's just special being able to stay home and spend so much time with your kids. And I'm blessed to be able to, but at the same time, it is incredibly hard, mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, it is so hard to like do everything for everyone, while in my case not really being able to do anything for yourself. It takes a huge toll on you when you're constantly just doing stuff for everyone but yourself, because I don't really get the chance to do anything by myself. I don't have I don't have friends to hang out with or family to go see and visit. I don't have help for me to like go off and have a moment to myself because of Christopher's work schedule and things like that. So as hard as it is, it's also rewarding. Do you think this house will be your forever home? Definitely not. No. This is a great starter house. It's the first house we've bought. And it's a nice house. It has provided us with what we need, but I definitely want more, something different. Are there going to be any more pets in the future? Not currently. I don't think that we could take on another pet right now. What's the hardest part about being a mom? In my experience, it's just like the stress and the anxiety I have had since becoming a mom is like astronomical. Hi, good morning. Did you have a good nap? I cannot believe she didn't wake up and scream either. She slept for so long, like so long, so good, and she didn't wake up mad. Like, that is like, that never happens. Hi, good morning.
Hi, mommy.
But yeah, the stress and the anxiety of being a mother, like, it's not as simple as just get up, get yourself ready, go out the door. Like, you have to get up, get yourself and others ready, pack a diaper bag, make sure they're buckled in their car seats correctly, getting kids in and out of the car. That's a light bulb. Like, you can't just run in and do simple errands anymore. You have to worry about getting kids dressed and in and out of the car to go run and do simple things. You can't just go to an amusement park or a water park by yourself and have fun, because you have to make sure you have a babysitter, or you do things that the kids can do and things like that. So it's a lot more complicated when you have to worry about the lives of other people and not just your own. How often do you get to do the deed? Not very often anymore. Different schedules, like I've said many times. Us being on opposite schedules puts a strain in so many places. My antidepressants don't make it that much easier, and just, there has been so much on my plate lately that that's one of the last things on my mind. Sometimes we'll have weeks where we go multiple times, and other times it's like we go a week plus with nothing, you know? How is your grandmother doing? She's doing better. Last I was told, she was able to talk. She was moved to a rehabilitation center, and we're just waiting and hoping for her to improve enough to go home. How many piercings do you have? I have my nose, my septum, 3 in my ear, each ear, and my belly button. I had the smiley, took it out, and I had 2 other ear ones that I took out as well. Favorite part about being a mom? Last question before I go rinse. there's so many things that I like about being a mom, and it's hard to just pick and choose. Like, you know, just watching them grow up, I guess, is just the most rewarding thing. Like when they learn new things. Like London is always learning new things. Like every day she's saying something new, doing something new, and it just makes you so like happy and content seeing them like succeeding and thriving, and when they're healthy and when they're happy and laughing and playing and just learning new things is probably my favorite part. Holy cow. Look at this. Looked it pretty good. My hair is really holding on to that brassiness though, so hopefully the toner and stuff will fix it. Now it's time to get started on the cap, which is a freaking pain. So the longer your hair is, the worse it is, and my hair is pretty long, so I imagine this is gonna be freaking hell. So try and get it done though. Okay, I've got the darker color on, as you can see, to add in some like low lights, because I didn't really just want like one all over color. I wanted to have something to like spice it up, I guess, a little bit of dimension. But I'm gonna let it process. I need to rinse it soon. But before I do, I'm just gonna pop over to Instagram real quick to see if there's any different questions on Instagram other than the ones that I already answered from TikTok. So I'm gonna see what's on Instagram, answer them before I go rinse this out. So my Instagram post. What was the girl's first words? I think it was Dada for London and Mama for Ashlyn. I'm not 100% sure. When's Christopher's birthday? His birthday is August 6th. Where are you originally from? I was born and raised in South Carolina. Moved here to Ohio almost 4 years ago. Where are you guys going on vacation? Down to South Carolina to go to the beach down there and visit family. What is your dream career other than the most important job you have now as a mom? So, my dream career would probably, like my top would be an orthodontist, but that is a lot of schooling, so after that would probably be a hairstylist. It's a little bit more attainable because the schooling for that isn't that long, or I mean, I don't want to say it's not hard because I'm sure it is, but it's definitely not as hard as going to school for orthodontics would be. Are you straight? Yes, I am straight. Other than editing, what do you like to do? I don't really have time to do things that I like to do. I like to do makeup. I like to color or paint or read or crochet. I like to shop sometimes, but I don't really get the chance to do much. How are you doing mentally? I know it's personal, but it's good for someone to check in and see how you are. Thank you for asking. I don't know. I was having some rough patches. I'm doing a little bit better like currently. I guess I'm not as depressed feeling the past couple of days, and I've been a little bit more motivated and have a little bit more energy than I normally would. But yeah, for the most part I'm doing okay currently. It was pretty rough the other weeks, And I'm sure it'll go back to being rough again, because that's just how life is for me. Sometimes I'm in a good mood for a couple days randomly, and sometimes I just have like day after day after day where I just feel horrible and it's like the worst days ever. But now I'm gonna go rinse this. I'm gonna go rinse and then apply the last toner, and then I will be back with just the final hair reveal. Okay, so it is now the next day and I'm back with the finished hair.
I think it all, Mommy. Look on. I think it all, Mommy. Look, I think it all.
My nose is really swollen today and my septum is really sensitive for some reason. But yeah, if I'm being honest, I completely hated how my hair turned out the first time. I was trying to do like blonde with some darker lowlights, and it came out way too dark. There was barely any blonde left, it looked like anyways, and my roots were really bright. Like the lowlights didn't go to the roots right, so my roots looked really like mostly just bleached, and then the rest of my hair was kind of dark. So I actually had to like completely start over and do something completely different. And then that's how I ended up with this, which I like it. It turned out better than I expected. So in the end, I ended up fixing the root area, gave myself a bit of like a shadow root. I added some baby lights in the top section, and then I kind of just balayaged the rest and toned it all. So I'm happy what I ended up with, even though it's not what my plan was. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like and a comment below. Subscribe to the channel before you go if you have not already. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
All the scars start to heal when I'm with you, and I can't explain how I feel when I'm with you. Just give a little bit of your heart, give a little bit of your heart to me.